and welcome back to another episode on Mom's Hot Mess Porch. Yesterday we put the bench together, so today we are going to open up the scroll saw that I got from Harbor Freight and see what this looks like. I had a scroll saw a long time ago, and I mean a long time ago. So we'll see how much I still remember, how much I found out. This one was $99 at Harbor Freight. And to be honest, this was not the one I really wanted, but apparently supply chain issues have now hit the scroll saw industry, because this was the only scroll saw like within a 200-mile radius. So, you get what you get, you don't fit your fit. So let's see what we got. This is styrofoam, so we'll put it up here in the trash pile. And here are some blades. So let's see how best to get this out of here. That's going to work. Oh, look how beautiful. Let me check the box. There's nothing else in here, so we can put this in the trash pile. Okay. So here we go. Let's get the plastic off. And I'm excited. I probably am going to mount it on the bench, but I'm going to wait for a little while. I don't like to commit to things until I, am sure. And mounting it is kind of a commitment to me. Okay. So let's see. All right. Instruction time. Are y'all excited? Because I am. The 16-inch variable speed scroll saw looks like this. Let's see. Yep. Going to get into the directions here. Oh, here's your warnings. Wear safety glasses. I will. Secure work. Use clamps or vise to hold work when practical. Don't overreach. Never stand on the tool. What's really funny is when you read these warnings, you know that there's a reason they put this warning on here. They didn't just come up with that. So, don't stand on your tool. Okay. That's good. Let's see what we have. Okay, check and align the bevel scale indicator. This is the bevel scale indicator. That's a vacuum hose connector, so we can take this part off. Huh. I didn't know you could connect it to a vacuum. That would be cool, so you don't have dust blowing everywhere. I'm going to have to check that out. Okay. Loosen the table lock knob. Let's see. This is your foot lock knob. This is your workpiece foot. This is the saw blade. This is your bevel scale right here. Your bevel scale indicator is the little notch down here. Your table lock knob is this right here. Vacuum hose connector. Switch with safety key. You pull this off to lock it, so we'll leave that on there for now. Here is your variable speed knob, your saw table, and this is your blade tension knob. Okay, loosen the table lock knob, number 25. Okay, so that is right here. and move the saw table until it is approximately perpendicular to the saw blade. Alright, so that looks good. I guess I could put a level on it if I wanted to, but it's on the 0. So we're going to turn that to the right and lock it. Use a small combination square. Well, I'm just going to eyeball it this time. Loosen screw 52 holding the bevel scale indicator. Okay. I see what they're talking about here. This is going to let you make sure the little indicator is just right. And I will probably put a level on it here at some point. In fact, I'll just do that now because that's a good idea. Okay, I'm back. I have the level. I don't know where my little square is. I do have one, but I don't know where it is right now. But I have a quilting ruler, so that's going to work just as well, I bet. Alright, the table is not level. So let me loosen this and see. Now, we are right on level there. Okay, and now that should be let's see. Yes, we're good. Okay, and then check your notch down here, and that is a little bit less than 0. So let me find a screwdriver. I used them yesterday to put the bench together, so they shouldn't be far. Look at there. In the bench drawer. Okay, so we are going to loosen the indicator. And move it so that it is dead on 0. And then we'll tighten that right back down. Now our machine is set. So we're good. Look at Mom go. Okay. And it does warn you that the bevel scale indicator is only a guide and should not be relied on for precision settings. You're good. Okay. Let's get this cord unwrapped. I have plugs on each side. I was really hoping that this would plug in on the other side, but that's what I mean about waiting, you know, before I make the commitment of screwing it onto this bench, because I don't know yet. Okay, we have a power source. Okay, it doesn't say attach this, but I know that that's what I need to do. So this little clear cord will help blow the dust out of the way. And it's not a cord, it's a tube. But anyway, that's going to attach right there. And the blade feels pretty tense. So let's just give it a whirl. Well, isn't that nice? I'm going to get up to speed here. Yay! Well, that wasn't hard at all. So I'm going to go get some wood and some safety goggles, and we'll give it a whirl. Okay, so this is where we are so far. This is what I actually want to do. I want to cut ovals out of wood because I have some artwork and stuff. I want to decoupage to them and then seal them and make them into key fobs for like Father's Day. So this was the ultimate goal, and this is where we are so far. You can see it's not perfect, but it was my first one. So the scroll saw had a pin end blade in it. I don't know if you can see that well, yeah. And after a little bit of research, I decided what I want is the spiral tooth blades. Now, I didn't have a lot of options, and the only place I could get some quickly, they have plain ends. There's no pin there. So we had to use the adapters. This one came with the adapter, and all you have to do, let me make sure it's off. Okay, and I'll pull the key out. Okay. So all you had to do, loosen the tension. This is what the two end adapters look like. And you just stick each end down in there and tighten the screws on each end, and then pull to make sure it's tight. But this is your adapter. And then it fits right on this little loop here. This little hook here. There's another one just like it underneath here. So you take out this, and you're going to drop this down in there and let it catch on that bottom hook. The bar of the adapter will catch on that hook. Then you can press this one down and snap it right on there. Okay. Now this, when you put it back in here, when it comes, it's turned, let me see if I can, it's turned like this. Well, when you use the adapter, you need to turn it 90 degrees. You'll be able to tell because the blade hits the plastic if you don't turn it. Okay. All right, now it's time to adjust the tension. And I can tell you from experience, if you tighten it too much, the blade is going to pop. So you have to be careful. I never could really find anybody that said how to test the tension, so I'm going to have to look on that. All right, that looks pretty good, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so now we're ready to make our first cut. And I'm going to wear safety goggles. You can laugh at me all you want to, all you hardcore people, because I've known too many people that got sawdust in their eye and then it got infected. So I'm just not going to risk it. I've drawn off an oval. So let's see if I can do better the second time around than I did the first. I've adjusted my little foot here using this so that it's barely touching the wood. It's not down on it. Now this spiral blade, it's going to take some practice because you're not supposed to have to keep turning your wood. All the other blades are flat and you have to keep turning it. So I'll get the camera in closer and we'll give it a look. Okay, so that feels a little tight. I'm going to loosen that up just a little this time around to where it's just barely resting on my wood. This is just a craft blank from Michael's, soft pine it feels like. Okay, so let's turn this on. Here we go. Well, not too bad, if I do say so myself. Definitely needs more practice. So there. Not too bad. I feel like a kindergartner showing off her work. But I'm actually kind of impressed with myself. So the project, you know, I have this vision in my head and I'm just trying to get there piece by piece. So I am going to practice this some more and see if I can get those corners or get the curves smoothed out a lot more. And I'm going to do some more research. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of options on these spiral blades, so I'm going to have a look. I may have to make a trip to the big town and see if I can get something a little bit better than that. Oops. But the saw, I'm really liking it. This little blower here blows all the stuff out of the way. And the bench is doing well. So next on our list is the trim router to see if we can route those edges, and then we can sand it and stain it and decorate it. Let's see, Father's Day is I think 2 weeks away now. Maybe I can have one done. Thank y'all for coming to the Hot Mess Porch with Mom, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.